Live from your breaking news leader, Fox 16 Good Day Arkansas starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on Good Day. I'm Ashley King. This morning we are talking about Hurricane Laura. We're going to tell you how electric companies here in Arkansas are prepping for how that hurricane will impact us.
And we're going to have a look at how this hurricane will be affecting hotels as people evacuate areas that were hardest hit.
All right. First, let's check in with Carmen because Laura's on her way.
And you've got something new now for us.
Yeah, we do have some new information for you as well. Just as we kind of anticipated, a tornado watch has been issued. So this is a watch. It is not a warning. What this means is we have a favorable environment for the potential for some tornadoes to spin up, especially east of the track. So that is why Little Rock and Pulaski County is under this watch until 4 p.m. Pine Bluff, Arkadelphia, Helena, West Helena, El Dorado. This all includes you. So you are going to be under this watch here through the midday 4 o'clock, and that's because we are going to be watching Laura move through. So the heaviest of that rain is continuing to move north of El Dorado. That's coming out of Louisiana currently. So you can see where Laura is right now. It is now north of Lake Charles. It is still a low-grade Cat 2, so it made landfall with estimated wind here at 150. So it is lowering. It was a Cat 4 originally. Now it has downgraded again to that low-end Cat 2. Once it dips below 96, it will be a Cat 1, and that is what is expected to move into the center closer to this afternoon into Shreveport as possibly a Cat 1 here. And Little Rock, we expect it to move through as a tropical storm. Whether we see any spin-up tornadoes or not along that rain band moving through, multiple rain bands moving through, I should say, we will still be dealing with gusty conditions. So wind is going to be a concern for us. We're talking about anywhere from 40 to potentially 50-mile-per-hour wind speeds. They're closer to 11 a.m. in El Dorado toward our south, maybe 40 to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts here as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon and early evening hours. I'll get more into those impacts and just how much rain we're going to see in Little Rock and southwest Arkansas coming up. Pat.
Thanks, Carmen. 8 o'clock right now. Take a look at that traffic. Starting on our I-30 and based on Crane Team traffic camera. Looking good there. 30 westbound, still slow going. We had an accident about an hour ago, but we still have one vehicle over on the left shoulder. It's there. I think they'll be picking it up probably later on the day. So we are now still looking at slow traffic for that north interchange. Traffic backing up to 40, about around 20 miles per hour on the ramp off of 40 onto 30 westbound. And 430 southbound from North Little Rock and Maumelle up to Cantrell Hill up into West Little Rock is seeing a lot of busy traffic with that too. We did have an accident earlier near Rodney Parham. That's been cleared up quite some time, but there's just heavy volume this morning on 430.
All right, as Hurricane Laura pushes through Louisiana, crews here in Arkansas are also prepping for what it may bring here.
And Mandy Knoll is joining us with some updates from electric companies across Central Arkansas. Mandy, how are they planning for what's to come?
They say, we know there's going to be power outages, we know there's going to be flooding, and Entergy is preparing for it. They're sending out 1,200 crews across the state of Arkansas, a lot of them focusing down in southwest Arkansas, but they're up here in central Arkansas too, because we're going to get a tough go of it up here. As you guys are telling us, we're expecting winds, we are expecting power problems. Entergy says crews have been going out looking for any limbs or vegetation hanging over power lines that could cause them to snap, trying to get ahead of it. They are also going around and looking for any lines that might need to be a little bit more weatherized. Entergy says they're dealing with the pandemic, and this is making everything a lot more complicated. They've been working kind of around the clock these last couple days to prepare as much as they can ahead of time. But if you see crews out and you've got an outage, don't approach them, maintain their distance. They are doing the best that they can, and you have to understand that things are going to take a little longer if there are widespread outages. The last thing they said was to make sure you have an emergency kit, have batteries, make sure you have a first aid kit, have some water, and make sure your devices are charged. Make sure your gas tanks are filled up. If you have an outage and you need a car charger to charge up your devices, then definitely do that, because checking sites like the Entergy website where they've got the outage map, it can give you an idea of how many customers are without power in a certain area, and it'll also tell you when an outage the energy is expected to be restored from those outages. In some cases, they've got crews that are expecting to be down in the southern part of the state for days because of how severe it may get. But that kit, making sure that you're prepared is really, really important. We got to take this seriously. Out here in Little Rock, the air is really thick. It is sticky. It is extremely humid. The sun's totally gone, very cloudy. We've got fog up on the some of the taller buildings there over Little Rock. Live in Little Rock, I'm Mandy Knoll. Back to you.
Thanks for that update, Mandy. Now, all day today, tomorrow, we will be covering Hurricane Laura and the impact across the state. Of course, you can get that information on your phone as well. Just download the Arkansas Storm Team app to get the most updated information on weather in your area.
Well, happening today, Recycle Saline is asking for volunteers to come help clean up a popular swimming spot that's covered with trash right now. So what they're really wanting to do is to hope to get this trash picked up at 10 Mile Creek before heavy rainfall comes and we could see flooding and spread this everywhere. They say the litter could get washed downstream and then maybe even into the Saline River if we don't clean it up.
That 10 Mile Creek is a large riverbed, and with all this rain that we're expecting tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon, it could have a great possibility of washing all that litter down into the creek, and which will also run it down into the Saline River.
The group will be meeting at 10 Mile Creek off Highway 70 at 9 a.m. Anyone can volunteer. All you got to do is show up.
All right, when we come back, we are going to head back to Louisiana for another report. Of course, we'll be keeping you informed all morning long right here on Good Day Arkansas. And
we'll tell you about how the Red Cross is here in Arkansas is helping with hurricane relief efforts in Louisiana and Texas. Of course, Carmen is tracking that storm as it makes its way toward Arkansas. Right now, you're looking at the map with a tornado watch issued just a few minutes ago. That's until 4 p.m. this afternoon.
Summer is here. Hurry in for epic savings on award-winning SUVs and sedans at the Hyundai Epic Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Sonata or Elantra, or get up to $2,500 cash back. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Cool on that. My friends say I should live a little. Need to start saying yes more. I gotta rise and meet them in the middle.
It's a new kind of summer, but it is summer in the 7-passenger Infiniti QX80. Lease the Infiniti QX80 for $799 a month for finance at 0% APR for 72 months at your local Infiniti retailer.
Everyone has trouble hooking up a trailer. But not anymore. The TJ Trailer Guide. Get it now at tjtrailerguide.com.
Make the most of summer with Ford, America's best-selling brand, during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Shop our huge lineup of SUVs and the largest selection of truck inventory to choose from. And get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. The Ford Summer Sales Event, helping you make the most out of summer. Now get a 2020 F-150 XLT 4x4 with 0 for 72, or up to $11,056 in total savings. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2010.
Their jeans, their leggings, their jeggings.
Whoa. Remove 10 years of yellow stains with Colgate Optic White Renewal.
Summer is here. Hurry in for epic savings on award-winning SUVs and sedans at the Hyundai Epic Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR plus no payments for 90 days on the Santa Fe or Tucson, or get up to $3,250 in savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Fox 16 News is sponsored by The Good Feet Store. Now, weather to plan your day.
Well, good morning. We are off to quite a steamy start out there, and now overall things are calm here in Little Rock. You can see through our tower cam that we are dealing with some low clouds out there. That's reducing our visibility that we would typically see. And we also have some light rain out there. 74 degrees currently into Little Rock. Now, the latest track with Hurricane Laura does still have it as a low-grade Cat 2 with a 100-mile-per-hour max sustained wind. So once this dips below 96, it will be a Cat 1. And wind. It does have the potential of entering northern Louisiana, at least the center of that storm, by this afternoon as a Cat 1, continuing to downgrade as a tropical storm later tonight as that center moves over Little Rock. In fact, could potentially move smack dab over Little Rock closer to midnight to 1 a.m. Other thing I want to talk about are the watches and warnings in place. We have a tropical storm warning in place until further notice. We have a tornado watch, which has just been issued. So what this means is we do have the ingredients and the setup for potentially seeing a few tornadoes out there. This includes everything in yellow, so Lone Oak, Cabot, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Arkadelphia, El Dorado, Monticello. You are under this tornado watch until 4 p.m. and I wouldn't be surprised if we see another watch issued for areas a little bit farther east as that system moves farther north. It's really going to be east of the center of that track where we have the potential for some of those spin-ups. Radar will show you that light rain moving into the city as well as Pine Bluff, Arkadelphia. You have more moderate rain. The darker the orange, the more moderate the rain. So El Dorado, you have some of that heavier rain, as well as Camden and Crossett. Monticello also dealing with more of that rain. When all is said and done, and what I mean by done is when Laura's out of here no longer posing a threat, by tomorrow evening, we could pick up anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. That would be on the high end of the scale of rainfall. So this could lead to some flooding. That's why we have flash flood watches also in effect until tomorrow evening. So today, high temperature only going to be 84, and you know that's because of all of that rain. In fact, that rain will continue to pick up this afternoon. For the majority of the day, we will stay into the 70s. It's going to feel pretty gross out there, kind of like we're sitting in the tropics with all of this tropical moisture moving in from the Gulf. Forecast rain and clouds will show you that heavy rain continuing to move through mid-morning through lunchtime, after lunch through about 4 o'clock. Notice our model is now starting to pick up some of that darker red and that pink. This means we have the potential for seeing some strong to severe thunderstorms. And along those bands, that's what I mean, the bands right here, we could see some potential spin-up tornadoes. So that's why we have that tornado watch in effect that will start to pick up that activity later in the morning through those midday hours. By 7 o'clock after supper time, we still have active weather out there, still could see some severe thunderstorms. The biggest threats for us here in Arkansas is going to be the flooding as well as that heavy rain, of course, and damaging wind. And we do have that lower end chance for a few of those spin-ups. As we head overnight, it will still be windy and rainy, so do keep that in mind. The wind is going to be strong enough, especially with that saturated ground from all the rain, to possibly take down some trees, some tree limbs, and some power lines. So before you go to bed, make sure that you have our Arkansas Storm Team app. Make sure you have a way to receive alerts, whether that's a weather radio or not, so you can wake up in the night if you need to. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, it's going to be a very rainy and breezy start, but by noon, look at this, 12 o'clock, most of this is starting to leave the state, and by tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock, most of this should be out of here. So if you want to get your weekend going, Laura will no longer pose a threat for us in Arkansas as we move into Friday night and Saturday. We'll actually start off with some sunshine tonight. Rainy and windy, 72 degrees. We're talking about wind anywhere from 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts higher than that. Your 7-day forecast, we've got to make it through today, tonight, and tomorrow morning, and then things will calm down after that. Saturday and Sunday, we do have just a few showers and storms in the forecast, and that's about it. We'll then keep in the general risk here for your average summertime storms here and showers next week as well, with high temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s. Ashley and Pat.
All right, we want to let you know that several school districts are changing plans in anticipation of this bad weather. Pulaski County Special School District will dismiss early today. On-site instruction in the Arkadelphia School District is also canceled for today and tomorrow. Virtual learning will go on as scheduled. Lisa Academy schools in Central Arkansas are closing at 1. No decision yet on classes for Friday. And also, we just got an email in from Bryant School District. They will have early dismissal at 1 o'clock today. So be sure to keep with fox16.com. And, of course, we'll continue updating anything that happens there. All right, so right now, most of the hotels in Texarkana.
Yeah, some locations, yeah, they've closed up. They're filled up. They say if they have any rooms left, they're going to offer those at a discounted rate. For now, many of those rates range $80 to $90 a night. One Holiday Inn employee says that they're actually booked up with emergency responders.
We'll actually be sold out for basically like the rest of the week, and we're dedicating our hotel to SWEPCO and AEP workers coming to prepare for the blackouts that'll be coming with the storms.
Well, some hotels have waived pet fees, and they're not limiting the number of family members that can be in each room. So no matter how devastating Hurricane Laura turns out to be, Arkansas volunteers will be there to help.
Yes, they will. 30 Red Cross volunteers from the natural state are in Texas and Louisiana. They'll be there working 8 to 12-hour shifts as they help feed and shelter those impacted. Some volunteers are moving from their original deployment areas to new ones because of the seriousness of this storm. Now, once crews are able to determine additional needs, the Red Cross will let the public know so that you can help out if you'd like. There are a variety of ways you can help and volunteer, and we have all of that information on fox16.com. Power companies in Arkansas also continue to prepare for the incoming weather.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas has all of its supplies ready for heavy power outages. Aside from having crews on standby, there's not much else they can do because they won't know exactly what they need to do until the storm actually creates that need. But officials are preaching patience to anyone who loses power.
We would rather it be smooth water than choppy water all day long, but in the event that it is choppy, we're going to do our best to get it back to normal for everybody because we don't want anybody's iPhone to go out.
Crews will be following CDC guidelines when they are out. They'll have masks on and physically distance themselves as much as possible if they have to interact with customers. Now, we've had live coverage from the Gulf Coast all week, and it continues this morning from Louisiana.
Dana Winters joining us live now from Lake Charles with a look at some of the damage that she is finding there this morning after riding out the storm last night. How are you, Dana?
Hey guys, well, it was a very noisy night. Our photojournalist here with us actually says he felt the hotel shaking at one point. And as we woke up, we heard some very loud sounds. Of course, that wind rushing sound. As we made our way down the staircase, you could see in some of the rooms you were walking past, the doors were just getting jarred by the wind that may have ripped the windows off on the other side. Now behind me, what you're seeing here is some insulation from what we believe is the roof of the hotel. This insulation is not all. You can actually see it all over the grounds here across the hotel. There's just a lot of insulation scattered around. There's also some large pieces of plywood here as well with some big nails sticking out of it, and some we see one box spring here in the front, just in front of an awning where the front doors are. There's also, if we look down the street here, I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it from our current vantage point, but there is a large piece of what looks like just the hotel itself lying in the middle of the road where people would generally drive up so they could check in for the night. There are starting to be some people moving around here, a lot of people with dogs taking them out for the first time after the storm. And once these people make it out here to where we're at, we're seeing a lot of them just kind of look around at all of this damage. We spoke to one man who works here at the hotel. He tells us with all of this on the ground, he does not think they will be able to reopen until at least Saturday at the earliest. He was actually getting off work when we talked to him. He was getting off around 7 o'clock. He said he was headed home, and the one thing he was really hoping is that his house is still there for him to go back to. Reporting live in Lake Charles, I'm Dana Winter. Back to you.
Scary situation there. Thanks so much for keeping us updated, Dana. All right, coming up, we will have a look at what we can expect in the fourth night of the GOP convention. We'll be right back.
This is Bach. And this is back. The Sensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal are back at Zaxby's. Two harmonious blends of Asian flavor and Southern charm. Both served with an egg roll. Only at Zaxby's. Try them with fried pickles while supplies last.
It's time for the biggest sale of the year on the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. You can adjust your comfort on both sides, your sleep number setting.
Can it help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
But can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It intelligently senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable.
Will it help me keep up with Mom?
You got this.
So you can really promise better sleep.
Not promise, prove. And now all beds are on sale. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
value at Success Vision is incredible.
The prices are really good because they make them here in the store. By far the easiest way to buy glasses.
I mean, we're talking designer frames, high-end quality.
Within a few hours, I got my eye exam and 2 pair of no-line bifocals for $99.
All of the lens upgrades and the latest technologies. I was really impressed.
Only at Success Vision.
Too bad for 39 in an hour for less. Come see us today, Success Vision Express.
Stop wearing those boring face masks that look like you're about to mow the yard. Show your style or share your message with a custom face mask from 1millionfacemasks.com. Advertise your business, show school spirit, or even showcase an entire school district. We're ready for your custom order. You may need a few, a dozen, or hundreds. Maybe you need a face shield. 1millionfacemasks.com has you covered. Check out the website for yourself. It's the #1 millionfacemasks.com.
This is Baxter, and this is back, sir. The Sensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal are back at Zaxby's. 2 harmonious blends of Asian flavor and Southern charm. Both served with an egg roll, only at Zaxby's. Order ahead, drive-through, or get it delivered.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Kevin Kelly.
I'm Donna Terrell.
Welcome back to Good Day. It's the final day of the Republican National Convention. Tonight, President Trump is expected to accept his party's nomination from the White House South Lawn. But last night, his running mate, who delivered the headline speech. Fox News correspondent Ray Bogan gives highlights of night 3.
At the RNC Wednesday night, there was little mention of hurricane shootings or riots. Instead, the evening focused on its theme, Land of Heroes, and presenting Donald Trump as the president of law and order.
The hard truth is, you won't be safe in Joe Biden's America.
Standing in front of Baltimore's historic Fort McHenry with a replica of the Star-Spangled Banner as his backdrop, the vice president made his pitch for the Trump-Pence ticket to be reelected to a second term.
And under President Trump, we will always stand with those who stand on the thin blue line, and we're not going to defund the police, not now, not ever.
As the chair of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, the vice president also addressed the pandemic.
We're on track to have the world's first safe, effective coronavirus vaccine by the end of this year.
The third night of the mostly virtual Republican National Convention also included a speech from the Second Lady.
100 years ago, women secured the right to vote. So let's vote, America.
Extending on the family affair, the president's daughter-in-law.
President Trump is the law and order president, from our borders to our backyards.
Outgoing White House counselor Kellyanne Conway offered some parting words before leaving the Trump administration.
He has stood by me, and he will stand up for you.
While Republicans wrapped up the third day of their convention, Joe Biden released a video on social media. It condemned the most recent police shooting in Wisconsin and the subsequent violent protests. In Washington, Ray Bogan, Fox News.
And Ivanka Trump is scheduled to introduce the president, who will then close out the night when he formally accepts the nomination. Other speakers include Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, House Republican Leader Kevin McCarthy, and Arkansas's Senator Tom Cotton. Real quick, I want to give you a quick update on schools. We just learned that LRSD is going to let out early today at 1 o'clock. We also learned Bryant, Benton, Cabot, and Lone Oak schools will also let out early today. We have all of this posted on fox16.com. All right, let's check in with traffic. With Pat with traffic.
All right, thanks a lot, Ashley. 8:22 is the time. I-30 and Baseline Crane Team traffic camera showing low volume there. 30 westbound is now looking a whole lot better there. We are going to just take a quick little zoom in on the map and see, yeah, all those speeds are back up to normal. Do watch your speed today in Little Rock on West 3rd Street in the 1700 block. Also watch it on Lena Lane out in Pulaski County. Let's go over to Carmen now with an update on the storm.
Well, good Thursday morning. Things are calm right now in Little Rock, but we do have some light rain moving through, some heavier rain toward our south, and this is all in effect of Laura, which is moving north into central Louisiana right now. You can see that heaviest rain right now into El Dorado, Arkadelphia, Texarkana. You're also dealing with some more of that heavier rain too. So we'll continue to see this rain add up. We're talking about all in all, when this is done by later on Friday, 3 to potentially 6 inches inches of rainfall. That's why we do have some flash flood watches in effect for most of the state here. The only portions of the state not really in that is northwest and far northern Arkansas. What you're looking at right now, though, are our tornado watches and our tropical storm warning. So Pulaski County is under that tropical storm warning. I know it's a little bit confusing with these colors. So basically everything you see highlighted in yellow is also going to be highlighted in orange. What I do want to point out, though, is it's Little Rock, Arkadelphia, Pine Bluff, DeWitt, Monticello, Camden. That is under that tornado watch until 4 p.m. The tropical storm warning is in effect until further notice, and that's because we do expect wind gusts anywhere from 39 miles per hour plus. Those are tropical storm force winds. We also have the potential for seeing maybe a few spin-up tornadoes here along the center of the track and east of the track. That is that line you see going straight through the state, so that's what we're focused on. High end of that rainfall will be 6 inches with temperatures here staying into the 70s all day.
All right, Coffee Talk trivia time.
Answer time.
Answer. Yeah, I have no idea.
All right,
I don't know either.
The first question, the Academy Awards adopted the name Oscar in 1939 because of blank. And number 2, popular in the 1980s and invented in San Francisco, blank would cost you $50,000 to $2,000.
Maybe it's Oscar.
And you said Oscar the Grouch, VCR.
Somebody
Let's reveal it. It is.
Oscar.
The Academy Secretary said the trophy reminded her of her Uncle Oscar.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Uncle Oscar.
That's
Yeah, so his name, the trophy is named after Uncle Oscar.
He was a gold-looking dude.
And the second one, it is waterbeds.
Waterbeds. That's a good one.
They're Big Sur waterbeds.
Yes.
Big Sur's close to San Francisco.
Ah.